Okay. Alright, today we're playing DDLC once again. Yeah, episode 2. Crazy, huh? We're gonna finish this game, I tell you what. I'm stuck between choosing Monica and Yuri, in the future. I saw Monica, I saw a clip of Monica playing chess. Might choose Monica just because of that, that's the only thing. But, yeah, let's do this, let's start. This voice. Hi again. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry, bro. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least kept my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out.
Thanks for keeping your promise. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it.
Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Yuri told me you didn't even want to join any club this year. And last year, too. I don't even know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it.
Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps their manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between Monica and manga.
Manga is literature.
She yelps. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat.
Don't worry, guys. He'll always give it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with his busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room.
Why am I doing in her room?
How dependable.
Yuri, that's because your mom is so messy. Or your room is so messy, it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. I mean,
If that's so.
You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous.
How come? You and him can become good friends too.
Yuri? As usual, Yuri seems oblivious to the weird situation she put me in.
Oh, Yuri. Even brought you something today, you know.
Wait, Sayori?
Me?
Not really.
Don't be shy.
It's really nothing.
What is it?
Never mind.
Yuri made it sound like a big deal when... Oh, wait.
Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do?
I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking.
I guess that means up to me to rescue the situation. Don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what.
Is that so?
Yeah, I don't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be.
Alright. Well, here.
Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book.
I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted.
This is... How is this girl accidentally being so... I don't know, annoying, just repulsive. She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like it despite me not reading much, and she doesn't even know me. Yuri, thank you, I guess. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book from her hands.
You can read it at your own pace. I'll look forward to hearing what you think.
Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but it doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet? I'm really curious to talk to the Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time I would feel bad for distracting from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover book. It looks like the same book she lent me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Is she reading the same book as me?
Gah.
Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks in to glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. My bad, bro. I was just spacing out. I muttered this, sensing I made her uncomfortable.
Oh, It's fine. If I was focused, then I probably would have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so,
That's the book that you gave me, right?
mm-hmm.
I wanted to reread some of. Oh, wait.
I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason.
Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book?
Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday, that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them.
Okay, I see, I guess. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go out of laziness to think into it a little longer. I'll definitely start reading it soon, though.
I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story.
Is that so? What's it about anyway?
Well,
Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back.
the book is titled...
Oh wait, no, the book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous looking eye symbol on the front cover. It's like 4 a.m. for me, by the way.
Alright. I just want to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away, or accidentally... Oh, fuck. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister.
Dude, she's sweating bullets.
But as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets hardened by these people who escape from a human experiment prison. While her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships and her life starts to fall apart.
That's kind of dark, isn't it? You made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of... Wait, bro, I am geeking, bro.
Are you not a fan of that sort of thing?
No, it's not my I mean, like, I can definitely enjoy these kind of stories, so, don't worry.
I hope so.
Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri's into those things. Hopefully she's into Yuri too, we can get along. She's so shy and recluse on the inside, or on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different.
It's just that those kind of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in. And suddenly when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry.
Ah, man, don't apologize. Don't know what that voice was for a second, but yeah, I haven't lost interest or anything. In the book, I mean.
Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let the books I'm writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much.
I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading, I guess. At least I can do is, like, listen. It's a literature club, I guess, so, gotta do that.
Well, I guess that's true. Why are you so...
Never mind. In fact, I might as well get started reading, right?
You don't have to.
What? Just a moment ago, you're saying you were looking forward to it. I'm gonna go get the book, bro. I quickly retrieved the book that I put in my bag. Alright, it's fine. If I stay here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's.
Gah. Yeah.
Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive.
I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to, it's just something I'm very used to. It's reading company with someone nice.
I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything,
Alright.
What? Bro, Yuri's a femso. Involuntarily celibate female, for sure. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It says this, I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing, but
Maybe a little distracting.
the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. I realize she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over and it looks like she's reading from My book instead?
Sorry. I was just,
Yuri, you really apologize a lot. Like, it's getting annoying.
I do? I don't really mean to. I'm sorry. Sorry. I mean,
Uh, okay. Here, this should work. Slide my desk up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them.
oh,
I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a bit, our shoulders are almost touching. Shoulder touching ain't that big of a deal, bro. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so I instead use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page.
here.
Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger.
Ah,
Wait, that's me. I do the same thing with my right arm on the right side of the book. The way I turn a page and Yuri slides down her thumb after it flips to her side, but holding it like this, we're huddled even closer than before. Are we? It feels like our chest is like away from her, or facing towards her, and our knee would be the closest thing to her. It's actually kind of distracting me. What's distracting you? Her humongous head? It's as if I can feel the fucked up perspective. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face, and she's in the corner of my vision.
are you ready?
Don't look at me like that. Ew.
To turn the page.
Oh, yeah, my bad. I think I got distracted for a second. God, your ears are weirdly placed. Like, that's where Yuri's face again and her eyes meet. I didn't know how I'd be able to keep up with her. She's...
That's okay. You're not used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do. I read a lot after all. Since you've been so patient with me.
Yeah. Alright. Thanks.
We continue reading.
Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume she finished the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. I guess, bro. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over her side, and she catches it under her thumb. Hey, Yuri? This might be a silly thought, but, the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit, you know?
You think so? How does she?
Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways. She's like, she's described to have a huge head, so, you know, it's that. Yeah, I mean, that's it. Like, I guess you're both, like, disfigured, but, yeah, I don't know. But she also second guesses all the things that she says and does, you know? I guess that's something. Like, she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see in your head or something, despite that big ass, like, you know, cranium you got there. I can't see into it, so, you know, it's like a higher skull you got there. I can't, you know, foresee it. But kind of reminiscent of your mannerisms. Dude, I gotta voice this whole thing. It's gonna be so...
I see.
You remain silent for a minute.
But that's probably a terrible thing to have in common. Oh, that's so embarrassing.
Wait, I didn't mean it in a bad way. I mean, I did mean it in an absolutely horrible way. I mean, I meant every word. You're horrible to look at. I mean, truly, but yeah. You've seen the horror short film Human Z, and it's kind of what you look like, just with like hair and never mind. Sorry, I really know you're self-conscious about that sort of thing, you know. I guess it was more meant that it's kind of hideous. Dude, I'm not voicing this, bro. I'm in pain.
What are you saying?
Okay, everyone. I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we take too long. Yuri exhaled, spared from finishing our thought. Is that alright, Yuri? You look kind of down. Dude, Monica, where are you from? What is that accent, bro? I'm sorry, but if you haven't been looking forward to this...
It's not. It's fine.
Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright, guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read with you?
I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way.
In that case, I'll read a little bit more tonight. It'll be more fun to read after, it picks up.
That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time.
Alright. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off the book and slip it back in my bag.
By the way, do you remember to write the poem last night?
Yeah? Dude, where are you from? My relaxation ends right there. I can't believe I agreed to something so embarrassing, and she's really not telling me where she is from. That accent is so weird. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I really never done this before, but dude, that accent, it's gotta be... I'm convinced she's faking it just for attention, man.
Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with?
In morphs, bro.
I can't wait.
Yuri's just annoying. I hate her voice. Yuri and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Yuri's on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a compassion notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting where she left. Oh, I'm slow. From where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself, of course. Who should I push out my poem first? Eeny, miny, miny, mo, catch a tiger by its toe. Which Doki Doki character will I show? As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten.
Exceptional.
What?
Did I say that out loud?
Yuri first covers her mouth, but ends up covering her whole face.
She's going to hate me.
You really didn't do anything wrong, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
I guess you're right. What am I gonna do anymore?
Dude, you're slurring your words like a drunk old man. Yuri takes a breath.
So, what kind of writing experiences do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before.
Really? No, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really.
Huh?
Yuri says to me blankly and looks at my poem again.
Well, I know that. I just meant,
Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her fingers along the words in the poem, as if breaking it down more thoroughly.
Yeah, okay, this is the reason I was able to tell. It's just there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. You know me. I think the most noticeable thing I can recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter and they form a fit. The two together. The end result is that both the style and expressives are weakened.
Why are you talking like that?
My bad.
Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's just her demeanor totally changes. She's talking like a loser. Her stammer is completely gone and she sounds like an expert.
Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. I mean, there's so many different skills and techniques to get into writing even a single poem. That's the sensing them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most talenting part. It might have taken some time, but all comes with practice. I learn by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else at the club gives you valuable feedback. Well, not to keep me a little biased though, but
Biased? How?
Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that, but sorry.
It's fine. I'm sure if Yuri's apologized to me or Natsuki or even herself. Do you mind if I read your poem now?
Please do.
I love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if there's a rare opportunity for her. Well, yeah, it's the goat reading, so, you know. It's a pretty big deal. Which itself is kind of funny, you know. After all, isn't it supposed to be a literature club? Ghosts under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. I'm not gonna read into that.
I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting.
What? I wasn't thinking that, but okay. But it took you a long time.
But it took you a long time to read.
Which is I don't read script very often, you know. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. I mean, it is nice handwriting, I must say.
That's a relief.
Oh, so I like the poem, I guess. Even though it's short, it's real descriptive.
It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems.
Not at all. I mean,
I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest, since our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more of mine.
what'd she say? More mild. Okay.
Something easy to digest, I suppose.
Are you into ghosts, Yuri?
Yeah. Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all.
Really? I must have totally missed the point.
Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work.
Okay, how did he get ghosts, though? I didn't get ghosts at all from that.
They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. It's lingering in her last remaining place of comfort. Unable to let go of the place, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solid.
Well, that's a lot more solid putting it that way. I didn't even thought of that. That's impressive.
That's nothing really. Yours was impressive too, so.
Nah, if anything, I probably learned a thing or two from you.
You think so?
Yeah, of course.
You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm gonna keep doing my best for you.
Alright. Me too. I don't know why I didn't read it. Let's go to... I'm not gonna lie, man. This one here. I know it's short, but I'm letting this one here. I'm tired. Good night, y'all.